primary purpose that rich people use to borrow money is rich people borrow to make money. Why do rich people borrow to make money? To create wealth faster. When I bought this building in 2022, I could have written a check. I could have just wrote him a check. But why would I do that? Why would I take to pay off a building so I can, but I'm debt free? And when the bank said, we'll loan you money to pay for this building. You only have to pay us instead of paying the whole $625,000, why don't you just pay us however much I paid down? I think I paid $200-something thousand down, and then pay us $5,000 a month. Okay. Well, our 2 YouTube channels that we produce out of this studio, this month will make us $70,000. This is what I mean when I say we use. So, whether it be in your business or in your personal finance, if it's the financial house of your business or the financial house of your personal finances, the velocity of this window and the velocity of this window need to be faster than the velocity of this window and this window. Now, I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. Wealth is measured more in time than it is in money. Let me say it again, because some of y'all didn't get it. Wealth is measured more in time than it is in money. What does that mean, Myron? Well, if you make $1 million, are you rich? It depends. What does it depend on? How long it take you to make it? If you make $25,000 a year and you work for 40 years, you made $1 million. Are you rich? No, you're not rich. But you made $1 million. How come you're not rich? Because it took you too long. If you make that same $1 million in a year, are you rich? Yes, you are. Now, you ain't Bill Gates rich, but you're rich. $1 million a year, you're rich. Trust me, it's $84,000 a month. You're rich. You have to be really, really dumb or really, really extravagant to blow $84,000 a month. Okay? So, $1 million, you make $1 million, you're rich. If you do it in a year, if you make $1 million a year, you're 40 times richer than that person. 40 times. What is time? Time is a measurement of time. 40 times. Wealth is measured more in time than it is in both the person who makes it in 1 year and the person who makes it in 40 years both made the same amount of money. How comes this person's richer? Because they made it faster. If you make $1 million a month, you're 12 times richer than this person and 480 times richer than that person. Not because you made more money, but because you made it faster. So if that's real, and I believe it is, then the secret to you creating wealth is not you making more money, it's you making money faster. In fact, I submit to you that everybody listening to me right now, if you make any money at all, you make enough money. You just make it too slowly. What does that mean? Well, see, you spend money all day, every day, right? Because right now you're spending money. I'm not spending money right now. If you live in Florida and you have an air conditioner in your house, the sun is out, it's hot out there, you're spending money because your air conditioner is running. And you have a refrigerator and that's running. And you might have a sprinkler system and that might be running. You spend money all day. Every time you flush a toilet, you spend some money. Money down the toilet. Okay. Every time you spend money, every time you flush a toilet, every time you open your refrigerator door, every time your air conditioner comes on, every time your heat comes on, every time you drive your car, you are spending money all day, every day, and you think it's okay for you to get paid once a month or once a week or once every 2 weeks. And you're not willing to do something to increase the velocity with which you get paid. That's why you're stuck. Because you're focused on making more instead of making the same amount faster. If you take your annual income and you start making that every month, you're 12 times richer. You take your monthly income, start making that every week, you're 4 times richer than you used to be. And so don't think so much about increasing the volume of your wealth creation. Think more about how do I increase the velocity of my wealth creation? Because if you increase the velocity of your wealth generation, the volume of your wealth creation over time will automatically get bigger. That changes the game for you. And this is what I mean when I say rich debt, poor debt. There's a difference between why rich people borrow money, why and how poor people, middle class, and rich people make money, spend money, and borrow money. So I hope you will like sit down with this video with a notepad and a paper in your hand, make some decisions based on this new awareness, set a new intention based on this new awareness that you're gonna start getting richer today because you're gonna start doing things with your money that make dollars and not just cents.